What's up, North County? Welcome to the What's Up North County locker room show. We are in our own locker room, but we're doing the crow's nest from the locker room.
Yep.
Coach, thanks for coming in.
No problem.
And this weird Thursday game that you guys got today.
Yeah.
So, but let's talk about last week. Let's talk about Napomo.
That was a good win.
They came out strong.
Oh yeah, they're a good football team. We told everybody they're a good team, man. They're not the defending league champions for nothing.
But it was like, okay, so this is going to be a game. I already thought it was going to kind of be a game with,
Right.
knowing Evans and the
Right.
kid and how he runs. But you guys quickly took control of that.
Well, right at the end of the second quarter, we went down and scored, and then the very first play they had the ball, we intercepted and scored again. So we scored 2 touchdowns in 15 seconds
Right.
on the clock, and so that was huge. And then we got the ball to start the second half, and we drove down and scored again. So we scored 21 points real fast, and that kind of put us, ahead. But and then our defense got some stops in the second half. We stopped them 3 times in a row. They went for it on fourth down, and we stopped them each time. We scored after that. So that kind of gave us a little bit of a margin that we could, not really ever feel real comfortable with, because they're good and they do a lot. They're very balanced. They throw the ball well. They have 2 good receivers. The running backs, obviously, Evans is a good running back. So yeah, it was a challenge, very much a challenge.
So going into the game, you obviously, all coaches do. They have a mindset of, okay, where are we going to be? What do you think the score? What do you think? How tight's it going to be? But when Tyler had it. Let's put that right there on Tyler.
Yeah.
7 touchdowns.
Yes.
485 all-purpose yards.
Yes.
What can the kid not do?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun to watch. But yeah, and we started a little slow, right? We threw a couple passes, and then he got kind of running. But as the game went, he just got better and better and better and better. And he's such in good shape, and he works so hard at trying to physically fit in those things that as the game wears on, he doesn't get as tired as the other guys because of how hard he works, and it shows.
Well, 56-31 against Napomo, which coming into that, it was supposed to be pretty tight game.
Yeah.
You guys had all the stats that were neck and neck.
Yes, and if you don't look at the score, but you look at the stats of the game, they actually had more yards than we did. Of course, you take out the 77-yard interception return because that's not offensive yards, but it's yards, all-purpose yards, like you said. So that helped us. But yeah, it was a very tight football game.
Well, the crowd was going nuts, and like I said, for that, a minute and 40-something seconds left in the first half. That took like a half an hour to play out because of 2 touchdowns, interception,
different scores. Yeah,
it was amazing. What did you say to the boys at halftime last week?
Well, we just had to clean up a couple of things on defense. We had to kind of change them in alignment, and that helped us a lot. And then make sure the offensive line was dialed in on who they were supposed to block. But we played, there was no rah, Newt Rotnick speeches. It was just get right. Let's make sure we're not making mistakes. And we came out and played really well in the second half.
So Coach, you've got obviously that was a great game. Everybody played well. Anybody really kind of stand out in your mind last week other than Tyler?
Oh, Jesse Grinnell, number 14. He had a great game on defense. He was in on 18 tackles. He was all over the place. And we actually had, in him halfway through the game due to an injury, we had to move him to a new position. So we had, not a new position, but a little different position that he played earlier in the year. So we had to move some guys around, and he just kept playing. He plays so hard because he's kind of the unsung hero of that game, because you really, that didn't jump out off the page until you go watch the film. And then our offensive line, again, really, after halfway through the second quarter, they dominated the game.
They're really, everybody's really buying into it.
Yeah, and they're working really hard, and we got Drake Sandoval's the leader of that group, and he takes pride in that.
That's awesome.
And they're doing well.
Well, so you've got the last game of the season playing at 3:00 today down in Cabrillo, the Conquistadors.
Yep.
And so this is for the league championship.
Right. This is truly the league championship game, because if we want to be the outright league champions, we have to win tonight. And they're 7-2. And so they're good. They're really good on offense. Their running back number 1 is was all league last year, and he's a good player. Their quarterback throws the ball pretty well. They're very good on offense. They score a lot of points. They scored 35 against Napomo, so they score points. We just have to make sure when we have the ball, we drive the ball and score and not make mistakes on defense. Line up right, because they run a lot of formation.
So it seems like to them, to me, they're more of a running team versus throwing.
Yeah, they throw it effectively. They don't throw it a lot, but
Okay.
they have 3 or 4 different guys that run the ball. 1, 2, 21. The quarterback's number 4. He'll run it. So yeah, we have to have our running. We have to play really good run defense.
And obviously, they're coming off of a killer last week down in Santa Maria, 55-0. But they also they won against Morro Bay.
Yeah.
They lost against Napomo. Right. I mean, they lost 65-35.
56-30, 56-35.
56-35.
And then they lost to Lompoc by 1, who's a good team. So they're good. I mean, they're the best team they've probably had in quite a few years. So there's no way if we take them lightly, we're going to be, it'll be rough. Excuse me. So we have to be ready to play. And I think our kids are. It's a short week for them too. They didn't have to play quite the game we played last Friday, but it's a short week for them. So also to get ready for us. So, whichever team, this is truly one of those games, whichever team makes the least mistakes and plays their game plan better, will win.
How does this play at 3:00? I mean, you're going down into Lompoc. Lompoc, we know, is notoriously windy as all get out.
Well, the good news is it's been a little warm down there.
Okay.
It's just as warm there yesterday as it was here. Today's going to be a little cooler. It's supposed to be like 70 at kickoff, so that's not bad. And it says wind 10 miles an hour. For that's nothing there. Usually it's 20 to 30 in the afternoons, but it doesn't looks like we're going to get pretty good weather. So we're ready to play. So
I just want to state out to parents watching, fans going down, is you're going across the military base to get to Lompoc. And that's their speed is very, very strictly enforced.
Yeah. So we'll be on a bus. So you turn left there at the gate. And yeah, it's a day game. They don't take any cash or credit cards. You have to buy the tickets online. They don't have their concession stand of what they run only sells drinks and like candies. So they have food trucks coming in. They have a hot dog and a Mexican food truck coming in.
Oh, really?
They do food trucks. And we didn't find that out till yesterday. So we kind of sent that out to the parents and stuff. But and when we start our game, Lompoc High School will still be in session. Their school doesn't get out till 3:30, and we start our game at 3.
Do you think that's going to play into their game plan at 3:00 versus your game plan?
Because they've played. This is their 6th game in the daytime. It's our 1st, so they'll have a way more used to how it works. So yeah, but I think by the time we a couple series, I think that kind of will wear off. I hope. I think we're ready to play though.
Who are you looking to slow down tonight?
Number 1. We got to slow Briscoe down. And then when they start running the counter, they run plays for him and have a counter off of them. And so our kids have to really play defensively with clean eyes and do their job. And then on offense, when we get the ball, we just like Roy's, if our offensive line leads us, we can move the ball on them.
And who are you looking at putting a little bit of weight on their shoulders tonight for the Eagles?
I think our offensive line's got to have to, if they control the line of scrimmage, then it's our regular guys. Tyler and Coulter and Colby and Ethan and those guys will have a good game.
Awesome. Well, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming into our locker room.
This is great.
And we wish you guys all the luck. I'm wearing, Templeton to support you guys. So it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, we're excited. The kids are excited. It's a good way to finish our year. It's it's going to be a battle, and we're looking forward to it.
Awesome, Coach.
Thanks.
Good luck tonight. 3:00 kickoff.
At Lompoc High School.
12:00
for JV.
And so get down there and
enjoy
support the Eagles.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome, Coach. Thanks for coming in.
Go Eagles.